We know it when we see it. You can certainly sense it.
I know it when I feel it. Yeah, absolutely.
Some of us eat it, chase it, even pay big bucks for a piece of it. It's even hard to escape those trying to sell it. Happiness.
The key to happiness is probably finding the things that are good in life instead of focusing on the bad.
To be with my daughter and my grandson.
We all define it in our own way.
Happiness means the ability to do what I want with the people that I love.
Or maybe we don't.
I think people kind of value, at their core, a lot of the same things, and a lot of the same things make a lot of people happy in general.
Family, jobs, money, purpose, religion. The path to everlasting joy can sometimes be elusive. So, can you find it? Perhaps it is a place. Massachusetts ranks as the 7th happiest state, and among the happiest towns, Northborough, Needham, Winchester, Sharon, and at the top of that list, you'll have to head west to a tiny town on the border of Connecticut, Longmeadow. Would you agree?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Good people, quaint neighborhood, good restaurants, good food, no crime.
That's where we caught up with Ken Miller, who says true happiness is freedom. When are you the happiest?
Pretty much when I'm doing what I like.
Maybe your zip code is the key, but some studies suggest the extra pep in your step may be more about your DNA code.
About half of our happiness seems to be linked to genetics, and so that basically means that some people have a head start. I think of it like metabolism. There are people who have a wonderful metabolism. They can eat whatever they want and they never gain any weight. But there are other people who have to struggle. And the good news is there are lots of empirical things that we do know have been scientifically proven to make us happy.
That's the good news, according to Catherine Sanderson, professor at Amherst College and author of The Positive Shift.
We often think about happiness as being something that is within us or a result of our circumstances, but lots of research in psychology shows that happiness has a tremendous role in terms of how we think about things.
In fact, science says the happiness pie is only made up of 10% circumstances, and if it is indeed 50% genetic, that leaves us all with a 40% option to dig into our own good mood. So, where do we begin?
Exercising increases endorphins in your body. That actually makes you feel happier. It also is the case that people who are exercising can feel better not only while they're doing it, but it actually lasts, so it can be a mood boost throughout the day.
I get really grumpy if I haven't worked out in like 24 hours.
It's hard to imagine Helen, who trains clients through Happy Helen Fitness, that's really the name, wearing anything but a smile. But she says it's a product of being on the move.
Physical activity is crucial to your happiness. In fact, therapists prescribe it as a way to treat anxiety and depression. So absolutely, if you work out, it helps literally every aspect of your life.
Helen is an Olympic lifter, but even small steps count.
Going for a long walk after a nice meal is great. Lifting a few weights and honestly, just moving.
Or is it about stillness?
Everyone wants to be happy. And then generally we think we have to arrange our lives in a certain way in order to achieve that happiness. So if I live in this place, if I have this type of job and these type of friends, and sort of arrange all these things, right? And the only challenge, of course, is that everything is changing all the time in our lives. Like, they never stay static.
Alex Grace has been practicing meditation at the Diamond Way Buddhist Center for 15 years.
Meditation actually is mind training. It really gives the ability to have some space and then decide when this emotional experience appears, if it's something useful that we can work with or if it's not.
He may be onto something. According to researchers at the University of Wisconsin, 69-year-old Mathieu Ricard is the happiest man in the world, a French Buddhist monk who says just 15 minutes of happy thoughts a day will lighten your mind.
If one wants to be happy, it's good to look where it is. The car doesn't get happy, the house doesn't get happy. What gets happy is our mind.
As for our happy towns, job search site Zippia.com conducted that study. Happy towns were determined based on low divorce rates, short commutes, well-paying jobs, and cost of living. As for the role of genetics, a Minnesota study of more than 2,000 twins discovered a link between serotonin, a chemical in our bodies that contributes to feelings of contentment, and DNA. Up next, thank you. Could those two words lead to happiness?